Real estate, the barrier-free experience. Today's topic is about finding the best seller's agent and what to look for. And I think what made me create this video is what I hear often from clients is complaints about realtors, about how much we get paid and the fact that all we do is put it up on MLS and then all of a sudden another realtor brings the buyer. So what made me want to create this video is to explain to you and give the clients a reasonable expectation of what their seller's agent will be doing for them, so that they know what to gauge and measure their success on. Because a lot of the times the seller's agent's role is much different than the buyer's agent's role. And it's not quite evident because a lot of these seller's agent's work is done on the phone and behind the scenes that the seller never is exposed to unless the seller's agent actually tells them what they do. So I'm going to shed some light on identifying the top 3 things I think that make a great seller's agent. The number one trait that I think a great seller's agent does is he is a collaborative negotiator. And what do I mean by that? A collaborative negotiator, what he does is he works to pull the deal together. What a lot of people expect is, it's dog against cat, me against you. The negotiator who basically says, I win or I lose, but we don't work together. It's me against you. I think that is the worst negotiation tactic ever because it's full of lies, BSing, and bluff calling. And really, let's all admit it. In relationships and clear communication, both parties are there to sell and buy a home. And if you're attacking each other with lies, does that help the process or hurt the process? Because you've heard the saying, you can get more flies with honey than vinegar. The head-to-head negotiator is piss and vinegar, where the collaborative negotiator is honey, and he's going to bring the deal together. And really, how do you test your realtor if he's a collaborative negotiator or a head-to-head negotiator? When you're signing the listing contract with him, negotiate his commission and watch how he responds. How he responds to you negotiating his commission is how he's going to handle your negotiation on the price of your home. And it's one of those subconscious ways to read people. I'm a psychological nut, and that's what makes me so effective at what I do, is I read people like a book, but they just don't know that I'm reading them. Number 2 trait that I think a great seller's agent has is that he consistently communicates to the client, and he's got a process in place. Because really, I've heard too many sellers say, wow, John, you're awesome. You've always communicated to us clearly, and we always knew where our property sits in terms of the process of selling. And I think that's really, a lot of people say, well, what the hell is that? That's a phone call. It's like hand-holding. What are you, like the real estate psychologist? In a way, yes. But I'll tell you, we give peace of mind to know where your property sits in terms of the process of selling a home. Because if it was that easy to sell a home, how come everyone doesn't do it? How come the realtor industry has such a high turnover rate? It's not that easy as put up a sign and then the house sells. You know what? Selling real estate is really easy when all the stars line up. And if you ask me, does that happen? Very rarely do all the stars line up. And that's why you have a real estate professional with experience to help you wade through all these stresses of selling your home. Number 3 trait I think that a great seller's agent has is that he's got at least one extra strategy when it comes to selling your house when you list it and it hasn't sold yet. And it's really asking him, so if my house doesn't sell, what is your game plan or strategy besides lowering the price? Because let's face it, sometimes if the realtor is calling you to lower the price over and over because your house is not selling, if it really feels like he's calling you to ask you to drop your pants, bend over, and take it dry. And I know that's kind of blunt and vulgar, but that's the reality, right? Drop your pants, drop your price, drop your price, drop your price. And sometimes there's a variety of reasons why the price needs to drop, and it's usually because of the market, and that sometimes is what will work. But really, besides dropping the price, how is he analyzing the market? What is his reason for dropping the price? Because what else, maybe it's your house is ugly or something else and he didn't want to tell you that. Or he's not effectively getting feedback from the other showings. Because I'll tell you, nothing stresses a home seller out more than getting a bunch of showings but no offers. And their seller's agent says basically, I don't know what else to do. So those are my three main characteristics on how to identify a great seller's agent. Thank you.